As well. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. All right. Just start the analysis for this week. Okay. This week is today is 15th of July 2025. It is around 8:07 p.m. in Singapore. All right. So today, in about 20 plus minutes, right, we will be having CPI data because this CPI data is going to be important, right? Because the whole Federal Reserve, right? They are looking at this data to, see what they want to do with the federal fund rate, right? For the past few time around, right? So the CPI data's lower than the forecast information. That means the CPI datas are quite okay. It means they are not really, what we call it. They are not really so concerning. Okay. But please have to be careful because the number that they are pacing is very tight and very narrow. It's between 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, this kind of thing. So I think we might have a surprise soon. Okay, later I will tell you why we have a surprise in CPI data soon. Okay, I will tell you why as well. All right, so I think they might have a surprise soon. Okay, so this is on the CPI data. So this week we have a CPI, and tomorrow Wednesday we have a PPI. So these are the so-called the information that we will be having here. So let's start the individual items a little bit here. Okay. So, I'm sure you have heard there's a lot of bond prices, especially the bond yields are going up higher. All right, bond yields are going up higher, and especially the is in terms of higher time frame bond, right? So that means higher dated bond. So let's say like 10 years, um, you know, 10 years, like 20 years, 30 years, this kind of bond yields. Okay. Actually, these bond yields are going up. They are trying to signal something. All right. They are trying to signal something. Actually, it's not only US dollar, US bond are, going up. Actually, there are other currency bonds are also going up. Okay. So this is something that quite concerning. And I will also explain to you what we might have, what we might have an issue here. So now let's start with the British pound here. Okay, we have a very strong push up recently. All right, but as you know, this push up is turned out to be let's say this number one now, British pound. This push up here, all right, is turned out to be a little bit of a fake because market try to go back down to this region already. So now we are here. All right. So I think what's going to happen is that currently we are at the so-called double support area. So now you see the market is a bit of pulling back up, signs of minor pulling back up, in my opinion. So I think it will give us another chance to enter again in this trade. Okay. So my plan, all right. So we have something like we have here. All right. And I'm waiting for these kind of things to happen. All right. So if this happen, of course, if you break, we have a head and shoulder, right? So I'm waiting for this pull up. This is a shoulder, this is a shoulder, this is a shoulder, right? So I'm waiting for another round of push up to the upside first. So I'm expecting like 1.36. This is a level that I'm looking for potential another rounds of short at the moment. Okay. So am I selling right now or not? I don't really want to sell now because the market is kind of like on the neckline. So I think it's better for us to wait at the higher level for us to sell. Okay, so I will be waiting out a little bit. So I'm talking about 1.36. That would be optimal, or even 1.37-ish. This range will be the very good level that you should look out for the potential short down. Okay, but of course, if let's say the market go up without turning up, of course, the moment they break it up again, then our thesis is not correct. Okay, but I already have a plan what I want to do already. So all I need to do is need to wait for it to unfold only. So expecting this kind of region to hold it, then they will go back lower. All right. So this is on number British pound. All right. So another one is euro. Euro also same. All right. Euro also same. All right. I'm expecting euro previously. I already have a short position, and 2 days ago I have already taken profit. All right. I have taken profit from my short position. So because like I said, we are at the neckline or this kind of support and resistance, I want to take profit first because the likelihood of bouncing up is a little bit high. So I will wait at the high level again for me to short it down. So same so-called idea behind it. All right. So I'm waiting for another round of short. Okay. So what am I doing? So we have a British pound against US dollar. All right, we have a euro against US dollars, right? I am typically a bit bearish in these pairs. So what I am doing right now is that compared to US dollars, right? I'm expecting British pound and euro for this example. I think they are going to get weaker in my opinion. Okay. All right. So if you compare, because Forex is all about comparison, you see, one currency against another currency, right? So I'm expecting US dollar to stronger against British pound, especially against euro. Okay, that's my idea. I'm looking at this information at this moment. Of course, all these things are not financial advice. I'm just sharing my idea only. Okay, so another one, Aussie and New Zealand. Aussie and New Zealand is a little bit of in the different so-called different condition. All right, I'm not really so bearish against them. Okay, one of the reason is because I have already been saying Aussie and New Zealand is considered like a currency items, right? Currency pair. Sorry, not is considered like a commodity pair. So they are a little bit tied with the commodity. So I'm not really as bearish as compared to the British pound and the euro, especially euro. Okay, so now let's talk about gold. All right. Okay, what is happening to gold? Okay, gold. I would like to go a little bit deeper on this. Okay, because gold is actually they are trying to unfold a pattern. All right, you must identify the pattern. All right, then you must know where the current location according to this pattern. All right, because if you don't really aware of that pattern is unfolding, you will lose because you sell market go up, you buy market go down. This market will like swing you up and down. Okay, so this pattern is having developing since the past 2 to 3 months. All right, so previously we have a gold really rise in within a span of 2 weeks, all right, from 3K to 3.5, near to 3.5K, all right, $500 move within a span of 2 weeks plus. Okay, so when the market was going this level, you see there was a lot of volume coming in, and there's a lot of the selling coming in to so-called stop the price from going up higher. All right, so of course a lot of people think, a lot of smart money in a way think that this level is a good level for them to take their profit, so they took profit. Okay, so they took profit. So what happens after they took profit? There's not enough because the transition is so huge. Look at the volume here. All right, let me make it this one a little bit bigger. So you see the volume is so huge here, right? Until they stop the whole buy up momentum. All right, so after that, market just lose the momentum. Then after that, they go lower. All right, then they try to go up again. Then they got another stop the volume again. So that means whenever the market go to this region, they are being so-called, there's a consistent flow of seller coming in to stop the price from going higher. You got what I mean? So whenever they touch this level, there's a seller coming in. Put it this way. Okay. At the same time, all right. Of course, because of this, they sell lower, right? At the same time, they go up again, and at this region, okay. Let me clear some drawing. All right. So we have one time the seller come in to stop the price, another time the seller come in to stop the price. But at this region, there's a one sign of a potential buyer coming in to push the price also. Okay, so after the market go here again, and same thing, the seller come in. All right, so the down arrow is a seller, up arrow is a buyer. Okay, so the seller coming in to push the price, seller coming to push down the price again. So the price went down, and in the near last 2 weeks ago and the last week, all right, you see there's some buyer coming in to support the price from dropping also. So you can see there's a force is in play right now. You can see that, right? There's a buyers and sellers are trying to the buyer support the price, seller resist the price. So if you draw in this manners, we are seeing something like this kind of triangle pattern is going on here. All right. So this 3440, 3450 region. Okay, this is a future price, by the way. All right. So you need to compare with your CFD price a little bit. Yeah. So this range have become a resistant. All right. And this level, which is around like 2260, this kind of level have become a support. But if you notice, what you can notice here is that you see the supports are become higher and higher. Okay, higher and higher, right? So, so the point here is that very high chance that market is going to bounce around and going to retest the upper level, in my opinion. All right, so you can see this kind of pattern is slowly unfolding. Okay, so I mean, of course, is it 100% or not? Of course, not 100%, but you can roughly have a good idea that market can likely to retest here sooner or later already. So what should you do? Of course, my idea and my plan is that instead of selling on gold, I would rather wait for like let's say it's a red color candle. All right, red color. Can I take it out already? Yeah. So let's say it's a red color candle. I will wait for the red color candle and blue color candle to appear. That means after the red color, blue color, after the red color, blue color. This kind of so-called like reversal condition to appear. Because why? When the reversal condition appear, because the bullishness will likely to go high, take over and over. You got what I mean? So in the near future, as far as I can foresee, we have more chance for it to go up than more chance for it to go down. Okay, so this is how you can have your bias. I mean, of course, price action will just up and down. But you see, in the uptrend, of course, the selling is shorter and the uptrend in the buying is longer, right? So you see, so we should be looking for this kind of swing level for us to buy from. Okay, so my idea, as long as they have any definitive condition, so far I think market is going to retest this region sooner or later. You got my point here? Okay, so gold and silver, especially silver also is the same. All right, especially silver, not only gold, silver also same. Silver is even more favorable. All right, so silver, like yesterday silver go up, then they make a bit of like red color candle, like people like, wow, should I sell already or not? It's gonna downtrend or not? I would say, yeah, it's a sell, sure, but the thing is that wait for the bullish candle to appear, then they might go back up higher. Of course, we cannot really can tell you that, like, oh, will it go up here? Or maybe they will go down a little bit and go up. Doesn't matter. The point here is that in this kind of condition, it is better for us to look for buy only. Simple as that. Okay. Uh, we shouldn't be so pay too much attention and effort on the individual price action. Look the structure in hand. Look the sort of like pattern that look for the pattern that they are trying to play out here. Okay. So this week, I'm actively looking for a silver buy position. All right. So when the market was bearish, I was actually happy because I can buy in at the lower level. Right. I will even be happier if the market come back here and I look for a retest and bullish candle. Then maybe we can look for a buy again. Okay. Because having a bullish bias, I'm waiting for a sell down. Actually, put it this way. All right. So same thing. Don't chase the price all the time. Okay. Have a plan in mind, have a place where you want to enter from, then try to enter for it. Right? So gold and silver, I think we are going to go a lot higher in the near future. Okay, so before I move a little bit further, I want to talk about a bit on the fundamental. All right. So let's talk about this guy. All right. So this guy, the black color line is a US dollar index. All right, black color line is a US dollar index. So you can see that whenever the other parameters are really going up, yeah. Okay, let me make it a little bit wider. Whenever the other parameters I'm comparing, all right, so you see when the other parameters like these two lines are going down, you see the US dollar index also following going down, right? So when the other parameters are going up, US dollars are also follow and go up. All right, so if you notice, all right, this is the general direction that we can talk about. All right, if you notice for the somewhere in let me see, somewhere in somewhere in last April. All right, somewhere in last April. To be precise, in the earlier part of April, all right, something happened. All right, you go and take a look what happened on during that period. It's a Liberation Day. Okay, so you see this information, this indicator, these parameters are going up, but you see the US dollar didn't really follow as they used to follow previously. You got my point here? So you see, now then, of course, they are going up, right? And now then, the US dollar is trying to follow now. Can you see that? So I think if this so-called the previous so-called correlation play out, right? I think US dollar have a very high like a chance of going up higher quickly in the near future. Okay. So I am quite bullish on US dollar actually. Right. Maybe not against not against silver or whatever, but especially against other currency. Okay, such as British pound, US dollars, euro, US dollars. So since I'm talking about potential of US dollar going to catch up in these parameters, right? That means the US dollar is going to go up higher. If it happen, what will happen to this particular pairs? Of course, they are going to go lower. That's why I am quite certain or quite sure looking for a sell on these two parameters, these two pairs that I just mentioned earlier on. You got my point now? Okay, so I'm expecting like these guys to really, help us make me money further on this. So these are all fundamental, all right. So I'm looking at fundamental and waiting for technical to follow accordingly. Okay, so that's why I'm quite bullish on Euro, British pound. Sorry, why do you keep on saying British pound? Quite bullish on US dollars, especially against other currency such as Euro and British pound. Okay, now another one I want to talk about is the Japanese yen. Okay, there are something is happening on Japanese yen as well. All right, so they have a very high what we call it. There's a very high so-called the longer dated yields are really climbing. All right, so when the longer dated yields are really climbing, what will happen is that this underlying currency is pointing potentially weaken quite a lot in the near future. Okay, I repeat, if the longer dated yields are really going up, the yields are going up mean the longer dated bond price are going down because they're opposite, right? So what the market is trying to give us the information is that this particular underlying currency, JPY for this matters, is going to weaken quite a lot. So just now I have already made a case of US dollar potentially going up. And now I'm telling you the potential case of Japanese yen going down. You see, they are totally opposite and they are totally like so-called heading into the direction, right? Then we can have a potential great setup that, US dollar, Japanese yen is going to go a lot higher. You got what I mean? So this week, okay, I am looking for potential silver bullishness. I'm not hurrying into the long side. All right. And additionally, I'm looking for the US dollar, Japanese yen to likely to go up higher and higher. You got my point now? So you see, should I long UJ or whatever? It doesn't really come from my technical analysis. It comes from the understanding from all these so-called fundamental information that I just present to you. Okay, so of course, once you got the direction, you look for a price action or whatever to to do the entry, do the timing. Okay, so for this week, I am looking for silver, especially to long. All right, no hurry. But I'm looking for also US dollar, Japanese yen to go up higher. I do already have a position already, so I'm not in the hurry to sell it down because I want to, because it's winning, right? And the direction is correct. I want to add more position and make as much money as possible from this one. Okay. So I've already tell you what I'm looking at, and I'm also explaining to you the rationale behind it already. Okay, yeah, what else do we have? Okay, another one is Hong Kong, Chinese market. Okay, doesn't have to be Hong Kong, but it's a Chinese market. Okay. Okay, Chinese market is what is happening to Chinese market is that we can see, all right, of course, you can see that now the news is already they just flooded the market with a lot of liquidity. So as long as this data is going up higher, all right, I think they are going to touch here. Hopefully, they're gonna climb higher again. If it does, I think Hong Kong have more reason to go up further. I mean, Hong Kong, China market lah, doesn't have to be Hong Kong market individually. All right. So I think the Hong Kong market also looking like it's going to break out higher in my opinion. Okay. So this looking good actually. All right. And last but not least, all right. Then no, last two, not last one, last two. Okay, another one is this guy, crude oil. Okay, since the inflation is around the corner, I think we also can look into the crude oil a little bit, in my opinion, because the reason being because I think the crude oil is going to go up higher as well. So I'm not really bearish on crude oil anymore. I'm looking for a potential entry on this fella as well. So these are the potential alpha that might be unfolding. All right, so this on the crude oil. And last but not least, now is the last but not least rating. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin, they use Monday, right? They use Monday to go up higher, because as usual, there's a reason I don't really like to trade on Monday because Mondays are mostly they are using for the trap. All right. Monday mostly they're using for a trap. So, Monday they thought a lot of people will jump in, right? Go up every day. The whole thing, yesterday afternoon, they go up the whole afternoon and just to swing back down. So I think Bitcoin, the up move is still not over. Right, it's just that they have a healthy pullback, in my opinion. All right. So as you can see, they have a very big gap up on last 3 days ago. So potentially, I think they're going to go down lower to look for some gap fill, all those stuff, in my opinion. So anyway, Bitcoin or crypto in general is overall stay quite bullish. Okay, but it's just that, if you have a long position, you're in the profit, take profit first. Take profit first. Nothing wrong with taking profit, okay? Because let the market pull back lower, then we will try to look for a buy again. All right. So I have some profit on Ethereum. All right. I already took profit already. All right. So but I will not be selling it. I mean, I will not be entering the short position. I took profit. I will wait for another round of entry. All right. Potentially maybe somewhere around here. Then I will long again. Okay. So um, Bitcoin in general or crypto in general, I'm still quite bullish here. Okay, so let's have a quick recap. All right, quick recap. We are a little bit in the dilemma here. All right, US dollar is apparently getting stronger, especially against other currency. Not really against commodity, but against other currency. Okay, so this is number one. Number two is that like a gold, silver, like Bitcoin. I think they are especially Bitcoin since already like crypto already too crazy go up for the past few days. I think they may due for a bit of pullback. But instead of selling, I see this as an opportunity to buy in again. Okay. And last but not least, okay, this week is very important. Okay, not only the CPI data that coming out is very important because of this week is we have the option expiration. So there are time. All right, market move one way before the option expiration, the next week will move another way, especially the stock market. All right, so please be very careful. All right, so well, yeah, this is all I have for this week. All right, so let's monitor closely and see how the market unfold. Okay, thank you very much. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and something like that. And yeah, all right, you can share the video as well. All right, so you can write a comment as well. All right, so let's see how the market unfold. Okay, so have a great week ahead, and thank you very much. Bye bye.